Welcome back, everybody, on a Monday morning.
Happy to be here with Alona, and we've got a story coming up here. Did you know that recent data shows tens of thousands of disabled Texans are on waiting lists for Medicaid-funded home and community-based services, with many of them being children?
Yeah, so just about a week ago, a new child care center designed to care for special needs children who are medically challenged opened in the Houston area. Our Ugochi Aloka visited the facility, speaking to staff and one mom who refused to give up on her son.
Care PPEC has been around since 1988, with branches in Florida and now here in the Houston area.
We're here as a village for the family. We're an extension of their family.
They just opened up their first location in Texas, in Richmond, to serve Fort Bend, Harris, and surrounding counties, to serve children ages 0 to 21 years old.
Sometimes the families might get these diagnoses where they say the child can't walk. They may not get as many physical therapy sessions at home versus what they can at the center. And so we do see these kids start to walk, start to do things that they may have not ever had the chance.
A PPEC is a prescribed pediatric extended care center that provides medically fragile quality child care services in the least restrictive environment, like a school setting.
Some of those kids are bedbound or staying home, or they don't have the socialization that they would have here. And so this is just beautiful to see.
Dania De La Rosa is the nursing director administrator here.
What is it about working here at Tender Care and with the kids that inspires the staff like yourself?
So I do have a pediatric background. I worked in ICU, and just seeing the kids from that aspect to now a happy environment. I mean, kids are so resilient, especially like our special needs kids that we see.
The center also creates a sense of normalcy for moms like Nina Okafo and her 3-year-old son, Makayo.
He started off in a typical daycare setting, but he ended up getting really sick. And so I reached out to her because ultimately they did not want to continue further care with him because they were afraid of the G tube, his feeding tube.
On top of having Down syndrome and autism, little Makayo had trouble taking in food regularly, which Nina says traditional daycare staff didn't want to deal with.
And from then on, no other daycare would accept him.
Until now. Nina tells me even though her son has only been attending Tender Care for a little while now, he acts like he already owns the place.
He just walks around very confident. He loves the staff, loves the nurses. Like, he treats them like they're his second moms. I know Makayo, he's a fighter, and that's one thing he's gonna do is prove everyone wrong. Definitely meeting and hitting those milestones, and with the help of PPECs, it's just been tremendous, just watching him grow.
As for convenience for families,
Tender Care's transportation van that they use to pick up children with special needs from their house and bring them right here to the center. Now keep in mind, they'll even pick kids up about an hour away, and the cool thing is it's wheelchair accessible for families who need it.
Me and my husband were doing it alone for the longest, and it's hard. It's hard, and it doesn't have to be hard.
Majority of their patients are on Medicaid, which covers PPEC costs, bringing relief to parents like Nina.
Even when they drop him off at home, he's happy, he's smiling. Like, it's just a good feeling to know that I don't have to worry. We don't have to worry. We know he's receiving the best of care.
The need is definitely here for this population of children. There are very few centers here in Texas.
I thank God every day. I honestly do, because this is something that I've prayed for me to be able to go to work, for my husband to be able to go to work, and for us to not have to worry about if it's Makayo getting fed, is Makayo being able to run around and play.
I would say the consistency that we have and the outcomes that we are able to achieve, it is difficult for some families. Private duty nursing doesn't always work for everyone. If someone calls out, those families are not able to, go to work or find care as a backup. We're here, we are staffed with nurses.
What is it about this process that makes you this emotional? Is it just you want the best for your son?
I do, and it's been a struggle, especially, before I knew about PPECs and him being turned away because of his disability.
I know you are doing such a great job. You're doing such a great job. So give yourself so much credit because you never stop fighting for your son.
Ugochi Iloka, KHOU, 11 News.
Oh my gosh, what a beautiful resource and place for so many families. Oh my goodness, Ugochi, what a beautiful story.
And just a godsend for that mom, right? Ugochi now joining us in studio with the center's vice president. We appreciate you both being here today.
Thanks, Alona and Jalissa. Yes, we are here with Thomas Lobianco. He's executive vice president for Tender Care. And Thomas, you know, you took the time to come out here. A lot of people don't know this, but Thomas actually left Houston Friday, booked another flight to come back here from Florida to be here this morning to talk about these services. This is how committed he is to this community and the kids here in our area. So Thomas, you know, this specific Tender Care in Richmond, you all talked about it being close to the medical center and how there is a need here. There were a lot of parents who commented on our Instagram post yesterday when we promoted the story about how can they qualify, if they know people who need their kids to come here, what's the process like, who is it for?
All they need to do is contact us and we take care of it from there. If they can either give us a call or visit our website and fill out the form and we'll call them. Most of the time, personally, I'll call them and make sure that we're taking care of that parent from step one. After they call us, we reach out to the pediatrician or their medical team to see what complexities they have and how we can help them.
Yeah, so it starts there. And a little bit about this process with the story, you know, Danya, who is the nursing administrator, director there, the head administrator for this Richmond branch, she and I went to high school together. So she reached out, you know, to me, and she talked about this center opening up. Then we connected, so that was the process. But it was Nina that really opened up and shined and was just emotional and just raw with her story. Can we talk about how special that was to share her story and her son with everyone?
Yeah, at the end of the day, it's not about us. It's about the children and families we serve. And we want them to trust us. And that's our goal from step one, is to gain the trust. And I think we did that with her, and for her to share her story and how it's impacted her in this short time, you know, it's great.
Yeah. And in Florida, you all are pretty highly rated there, right? Talk to us about that and bringing that here to Texas.
Yeah. So we've been operating in Florida since 1988, and the last 3 years in a row, we won Best of Florida.
Congratulations.
Yeah, actually multiple categories as well. You know, pediatric services, therapy practices, and specialized care.
Trying to bring that here to Texas, huh?
We're ready to bring those services here.
Yes.
And the love and care we provide for the families.
Last question, can we talk about how this, being part of Tender Care, has changed your family directly? You mentioned a beautiful story back there in the dressing room. Can you share with everyone?
So I've witnessed firsthand what our services can do and the care we provide for children and the impact it has. I have 28-week-old preemies. They're now 5 years old, and they are in regular school doing phenomenal. When we first received them, I thought they were going to have all sorts of medical complexities, all sorts of issues moving forward, and now they are in regular school doing amazing.
That's awesome, and that's because they have the care and Tender Care, right?
Yeah.
That's awesome. Thomas, thank you so much for being here with us. We'll send it back to you all.
I mean, we love those success stories. So much need here, so we are thrilled to have this in our community. Thank you both for being here today. Appreciate it, and I know Ugochi will have a lot more on